Really should have probably rushed in there and tried to get that MCOM back. But there's a lot of guys still running around, and I didn't want to just blindly go in. Missed another revive. Dang. Like I said, not one of my best games, but just shows some little tips and gameplay tricks that you should probably use. I would be definitely doing better if I actually followed those throughout this whole game. Oh man, was really close, and that's another thing. If you see a guy with his back turned, just don't always automatically think of like a knifing opportunity. Because as much as everybody loves watching that animation, that's not always a smart thing. I've done that, and I can't count how many times they've just turned around and quickly just shot me a couple times, and I've lost a kill, and I kind of felt humiliated. Oh, it's this suppression fire and kill assist. That's never a bad thing to get. Even if your KD doesn't show that you're, 30 or 10 or whatever. Suppression kill assists and just normal kill assists are always a good thing to get. Like, the stats might not obviously show that, but you can tell once you get your points at the end of the game, and just by how your team is doing and how quickly you kill the other team. Just too late. Another good teammate right there reviving me, but too many people there. That, however, is probably the only bad time where you probably shouldn't revive. Right after the other team has taken the MCOMs and you're back by yourself right there. Because otherwise, you'll be alone, and there'll be a lot of enemies waiting to kill you in a short amount of time. Just watching some people cliff dive. I remember the first time I played this map and I realized that I needed to jump off that cliff, and I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Except I fell to my death because obviously I didn't understand timing with a parachute. You should probably always try to pull your parachute at the last possible second, because otherwise there's going to be people like me and some of my squad mates up here just watching out for those people. Like that guy way too early. I won't be able to get him yet, but I think I end up. Yeah, assist. There he goes. I always like to throw down a health pack just in case every once in a while, just in case something like that happens where I only take a little bit of damage, and then I won't need to worry about throwing out a health pack while I'm trying to find the guy that killed me. And in that case, it was that chopper. It's horrible spawn. Not what I wanted. Sometimes it's kind of foolish to sacrifice yourself for a revive, but hopefully if they're assault class 2, they'll return the favor. that's a nasty MCOM to try. Disarm. With all those nades, it's just tube of destruction. You really need to make sure your teammates have a nice, like, good hold on it, because otherwise there's going to be a lot of just rushing in there and dying, like I just did. Here I gave up on just trying to run around and kill people and wanted to actually do some good defending in the tank, which I've never been that known to be good at. Vehicles just aren't usually my thing. Man, I'm horrible at this thing. However, I can't disagree with the fact that it's really fun to drive some of these vehicles. That's one thing I've always loved about the Battlefield franchise, is the use of vehicles in their games. It just adds a whole nother element, and sometimes frustration for the people on foot. There we go, finally. Get a guy. Planting C4 on me. That's something you always need to watch out for in a tank. Man, those guys are just gonna run up to you when you're not looking and just plant a bunch of C4. It always helps to be engineer too when you go into tank. That time I wasn't, but most of the time when I do, I am an engineer, just in case that I take a lot of damage and then I don't need to sacrifice a tank. But hopefully try healing. This is another good place to sit if you really want a good angle on the hallway. And usually you'll be able to get a couple kills and some good defense in before some guy usually can kill you. Another good place to sit and watch those hallways, because probably 90% of the time that's where all the people are going to be coming when they're on offense. And also it's pretty good to have an even split on both sides if you can. Go to the side that has not enough people so you can help defend, because there's MCOM on each side. Just put in a little bit of suppression fire and spot, because spotting is probably easily one of the best things you can do. But yeah, so overall not a horrible game on my part, but I've obviously easily had better than this, but this just shows off a couple little tips that you can do on this map, and just some general things about teamwork that everybody should keep in mind while playing. And yeah, hopefully we'll be bringing you a little bit more commentary and gameplay and reviews. So if you want to check out more and keep updated, just check back at www.buttoncombo.com. Thanks for watching.